to Breaking Character, where we try our best not to. I hope so.
It's slander.
Our best is pretty bad.
Our breast is pretty. Our breast. Our best is pretty good. Yeah.
Our breasts are also pretty good.
Yes, revs are perky today. We are absolutely ready to go. Last time on this episode, well, the adventurers here are all in Auroran, in the home city-state of Fenrana Etsith, to pursue information on the current mystery. The cultists who have gotten away have led sort of a trail to what they're up to, creating a drug of some sorts to hopefully make an army of people that are stronger and more powerful. Testing it on children first, and then escaping to Lowhull. Our group is trying to find some answers in Auroran. They discovered through Fenrana's professor that there was another retired professor that had more information. They met with them in Itheros and gave them permission to access her classified files. And doing so, found out that believed to be dead former heir of the Astor estate was the last person to access those files. And then they went and had lunch with the professor in hopes to enlighten this crew about how the economy in Auroran works and how it is preferred, if not better, than the current credit system of working your ass off and then getting paid to spend it so that you can exist. Whereas here, you just exist and just work your ass off. After the exit of Auren, Fen nearly escaped being seen by one of the more popular students.
I fucking escaped that. She didn't see my ass.
But she did clock your companions and got a good
Don't matter.
look at each and every single one of them.
I mean, just because she wanted the guns from Nash, I mean, you know. Everybody wants a taste of the buns of steel, you know?
I thought you guys said everyone's a little green. I thought that's where you're going with that direction.
He's not as sexy as Shrek.
It's not as easy.
Let's get this down.
And he knows it.
Sexy, and he knows it. But yeah, the very popular, very rich, very well-known, reputable heir of the Moonshadow estate just blinked you guys off and walked on. And now we are left at the center of this cafe, where they're all still figuring out where to go from here. Some have decided that they are going to wait to receive news of anyone to talk with when it comes to criminal activity in a section of the this prestige school. Others have thought maybe they should talk to some of the locals. Others are still plotting, planning, and trying to review things while they collect themselves after nearly being, confronted with embarrassment. The atmosphere of this cafe section area, which might remind you guys, it is quite large. You are outside. The day is warm-ish. There is a nip in the air because it is becoming closer to fall. We're talking like 67 degrees outside, and
Lovely.
Perfect weather.
Perfect. That's perfect.
for some it's perfect. For some it's nipply. For others,
Honestly,
it's
that's way too hot.
Others
Let's got some boobs today.
They couldn't tell the difference because they have no
Today's show is
skin.
apparently very boob-centric.
Without
Let's
exaggeration,
go.
my bedroom was 59 degrees last night.
I would ask if I could go room with you for a night, but I feel like that would just get very saucy very fast for no particular reason.
So
Especially if Skylar and I are drinking.
Your wife.
The atmosphere of this cafe is something that Finrana probably is normally experienced, wanting to avoid most crowds. There are the laggers of people either reading, doing work, one per table type of environment, while the cleanup robots are scooting around, cleaning up after the mass crowd, and the vendors preparing for the dinner rush. The tall buildings of the school surround you in concave and convex arrays, surrounding you with this very large, very confusing layout of an academy. What do y'all do?
Well, first, Fen, you sure you don't want to go chase that person?
Joe, thank you.
I'm serious. You got to confront your fears.
Or let them rot.
Or your secret crushes. One of the two.
Mm-mm. Would rather be lobotomized.
I might know a guy for that.
I think we know a cult for that.
Do they go that way?
I'm sure they would.
Next time we come across one, I'll ask him.
There we go. No, I would greatly prefer not to interact with her at all.
So, Arwen said that he'd probably be able to get me someone from the criminal investigative classes to try to help us find, looking to Baldric, your former dead family member.
Or at least leads into directions we can
Sure, wherever they might be. But, I mean, I'm not particularly rushed for that, and I don't know if we're supposed to stay here for that, or if they'll do house calls,
Arwen can always call me and inform us where we are supposed to meet with them.
Sure.
Or we could go to the social justice areas of classes.
It feels like we got all the way here. Just, it'd be a waste to sort of just sit in the quad for a little. Is there a quad here? Is it like a circle?
Ben just kind of opens their arms. This is. There's libraries and such, but.
Do you have a cot in one of these libraries? I'm just curious.
Well, I think they might. But the root of my question, real quick, is this called a quad, or is it something more pretentious?
Well, I imagine it'd probably be something more along the lines of just a courtyard.
It's also just the cafeteria.
How many years were you going through school here? Before you were...
Specifically this part?
I mean, this academy in general.
So I graduated main schooling early.
Okay.
I think I was 16 when I first started coming here. So that would be...
Is that common for people in this? Do you usually get kid prodigies, or...?
Yes and no. I mean... Definitely the tutoring and such at my house was a big leg up, though my particular interests aligned differently than most children my age. I have never been one for socializing, so I read a lot and got through school quicker. Stories and all of that have always been interesting, but people graduating early, not the typical normal. It's not unheard of, obviously. But anyway, to your first question, I was 16 when I started. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 7 years?
I would like to just take a moment. You went to this whole prestigious ass place, right?
7 years.
And you had to count that on your hands.
Shut up, that was fucking Nikki. Nikki can't math. Fred is smart. Fuck you.
Hey, hold on, but to his point,
This is why you should always play characters with a lower intelligence than yourself.
God damn it.
Like me.
you went to the school for 7 years, and you don't feel like you've made any friends that entire time.
Associates.
That is-
Cool, but
I was in prison for less time than that. I made at least 6 friends I'd call for their birthday.
Or you could. Well, you're too young. I made my own. Well, I didn't make them, but kind of.
I'm very curious where this sentence is going when you finish it.
Are you talking about the
My
kids that
family's
you
my
adopted
friend.
as classified as friends?
Yeah. They're my family. They're my friends. They're the people I want to be around. I don't like other people. So, yeah, I would classify them as friends.
That's
where I'm going to sound very pretentious. People liked me because of connections I could get them, because of my father. That was not something I liked. We did not stay in close contact. Mostly because most of them followed other avenues of study. I went to the arcane.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Those people are lame.
Yes, well.
I mean, I think in this case, we're kind of the lamos that are too poor to have a hover chair as he's walking as one of the people on the little floating Segway things go by. How much would those cost? I'm just curious.
It's better for you to not use one anyway.
Aldrich, I suddenly can't walk.
How much are those anyway?
What?
The hovers.
The hover Segways that can also duplicate to hold up to 6 people comfortably, and their luggage, and their dog, and all of their breakfast entrees.
So Fenwana, you would know that the one that the professor had, particularly,
Special.
is unique to the school. It's specific to give tour guides for prospecting students and whatnot.
More than likely, he yoinked one of those because I was coming with a group.
Yes. It's possible to use it. You do have to request it, but because it is for tours, getting one is a little difficult. They're usually full up, and a professor requesting one gets a bit more of a
Thing than me.
than a regular student. So, but it is possible. It is especially more possible since you are a student. But there is a wait limit or waiting list.
Waiting list. So it's those specifically are owned by the school.
Gotcha.
So we could request one. I don't think.
Oh no, I was just curious about owning one.
Well, if you have need of a mobility aid, we can find you something.
Is the armor getting too heavy? Do you need a little help?
Next time, try punching
Yes.
a bag before you try punching my face before you talk to me about strength.
I am not the one wearing armor that weighs more than I weigh.
He's actually not wearing the armor right now. He's wearing just plain Jane clothes. He's not wearing it because he thought that'd be a little weird to show up to your parents' house wearing, RoboCop armor.
And then proceeding to tell the mom that there's kidnappers on the loose.
Yeah.
That would have made an impression.
Okay, he's very casual. This is pre-armor Boston art clothes right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Either way. So, as I said, we could go to the Social Justice Hall, or we could head to anywhere in town you all would like to go.
I mean, have you not? It sounds like you've not really explored like the main city at all, other than your house and then this academy.
I mean, I've been in the city.
And what'd you do in the city? Just curious. I'm not trying to be a dick.
I mean, there are multiple stores where I would have to go to purchase materials for certain experiments I was running, or errands I had to run for Owen because I was his protege. It's
Even I have to admit, that sounds pretty sheltered.
Yeah, you haven't been to any of the bars. Like, where'd you go for game nights?
Maybe we should
or
just like
anything?
go downtown and see what we discover. You're not here to study right now. We're waiting for information to come to us. We can go searching for it, or we can leave it to people that we've asked to assist us with this. You spent too much time in here with your books. Let's go outside for a little bit, and we're typically going to be a safer place than where you've been before. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, if that's what you all want, I don't have any objections.
We can do that. Minimal bar fights, though, please.
Yes, no, please don't get any bar fights. None. No minimal, not null. None.
I swear on
I
my
agree
Theander.
on this one.
I swear on my Theander, I will not.
At Ramita.
I will
No
not throw a
bar
punch.
I didn't start it. When was the last time I started one of these fights?
I don't.
When you were kidnapped in a bus.
Don't.
That was different.
You started it. You were asking questions, if I recall.
But that wasn't a bar.
Yeah, I can get mad at that. Fair enough. Let's go out. Let's get some fresh air. This place, even though it's spacious, it's just. I feel like I'm back in the. Yeah, no. Just let's get out of here. Let's get out.
It's the structure, isn't it?
It does have a little bit of the slammer vibe to it. You're right.
Thank you, Slam. I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah.
It's also the people here don't seem very welcoming. Like,
Also, all
Not
the
saying
cameras.
your
And he'll
professor
point to
wasn't, but-
where all the cameras are.
They're
Or if
also, honestly, they're less welcoming than prison. Which is terrifying a little bit.
not one person has smiled at us that like
You want
wasn't
to, I just never did.
associated with you.
Well, but here's the thing, Fen.
Mm-hmm.
Your family's lovely, but your twins looked at us like we were 2-bit toys you get at a junk store. And these people have amplified that similar kind of energy, with the exception of Baldric. Baldric, they don't look at that the same. But was that just a me feeling? He's going to look to the people that don't come from the 0.0001%.
Oh yeah, we stand out here like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like we could try to fit in, but it's not happening.
Fair, I suppose. If you're feeling uncomfortable, we can definitely leave.
We're not leaving your town. We just want to explore some parts that you're not familiar with. Get you out of your comfort zone.
Honestly, I'm
Okay.
surprised that it's not part of your training. If you're going to be inspecting other countries, you probably should know your own, right? Or other
I know-
city-states?
The governmental part of Auroran just fine. I can tell you all the laws, bylaws, and such easily. However,
That's not people, though. Laws don't make up a country. People make up a country.
Laws are there
Yes,
to
but
serve the people, right?
Laws make up a society, though.
but what my specific job is to make sure everyone is above the board on paper.
So it doesn't matter
They're
if
always going to be
screwing the
going to
little
a
guy,
place that
as long as they're good on paper.
No,
You'll turn a blind
no.
eye. That's what you've been
Absolutely
trained to do. Is that?
you've been. That's what they're trained to do, but you've been with Fen long enough. Like they don't turn the blind eye. If they turn the blind eye, they wouldn't be with us.
Oh, we'll be in jail.
Yeah,
That
that
is
too.
true.
Well, that's because
You
they
got
turned a
me on
blind
that one.
eye.
With that,
All of us, including myself.
Look at you, you little criminal. And he won't grab your cheek, but he thought about it for a second.
There was definitely a look of, what the fuck?
Let's get the fuck out of here. I can't be in here any longer. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
You
I
both
don't
seem so
know.
natural in this conversation.
Off we go to leave the academy. We're walking, I guess.
Oh, yeah. 3 hours later, after we get out of this place.
You'll notice that there are other ways to get somewhere quickly. There are individual segways that you can rent, very much like like the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
Or are you talking real life?
Lime
Green
scooters?
to green?
Huh?
Lime?
Lime.
There are electric bikes that you can rent in certain
That-
towns.
Yeah, that is what I'm thinking of the Lime sort of thing. There are
Yeah,
individual
I can-
segways that are on off to the side that you can put your sim chip connect to and get yourself to other locations. There are moving walkways. So there are ways for individuals to get to their classes quickly. But the large segway, large hoverboard that you were referring to, very limited. But individuals can get where they need to quickly, and even then, there are like sideways elevator type things where you just
there are
jump
there are
on and
modes
it-
of transportation to get
yes,
out of
yep.
there quicker.
Also like a free a little taxi bus that
Oh my god,
circles.
is there a bus route in my fucking school?
If your
Yeah.
school's rich enough to have an indoor bus system, there's something wrong with it. I'm just saying.
It's not indoors,
More scholarship.
but at the same time, it goes from section to section and you
Of
can get
inside the academy.
well, yeah, inside the academy, yes. Not,
It's wild that you got hung up on buses, but not sideways elevators.
Those are just called people movers.
That made me think more like Willy Wonka style,
Tiny
like
trains.
yeah, absolutely, yes. Willy Wonka style. Yep.
That's what that made me think of that. Which sure, whatever. But this place is big enough. It has an actual bus system with a bus route to get to all the different points.
Yeah.
That's just. I'm sorry.
I mean, Willy Wonka had a boat to another dimension, so like if we're saying Wonka stuff is fine.
Oh God.
Let's go.
I kind of wanted to. I wanted to hint.
River.
I wanted to hint at the Futurama tubes without actually going there, but
Well, good news, everyone.
but there are fancy trolleys and buses and just like that have a schedule and they go every 15-30 minutes, as well as the moving sidewalks. So you're able to get back to the entrance of when you arrived within 15-20 minutes, because the office is a different location of the cafeteria where you ended up. So as you head back to the Rickmobile, where are you guys going? What?
I guess downtown.
So are we just seeing the sights, or I don't know. What? I'm not
I mean, I
100%
can
sure the
point
plan.
out- I can point out different gathering areas, technically.
Seeing the sites, I'm gonna see if there's anything about the bounty hunter. Anything? Are there bounty like in local police stations? There's like a bounty board or a bulletin board for bounty hunters, like a bounty hunter like hangouts in every like city state, right? Like it's not just.
You have a network, so you would have access to the information. Sure. Are you actively looking it for now, or you were just requesting to see if?
Well, as we're waiting for the car to be brought back to us, he would be on his he'd be on the web, kind of looking for the local spot for the local bounty hunters, see if he can get any like tips or anything like that to make some connections, even if they're the richest sort of bounty hunter where they drink martinis and have cigarettes, but they have those cigarette holders instead of just putting it to their lips like normal people.
You
Are posh.
Yeah, he'd be like, great.
Oh, I have to get my hands dirty. Ew.
Yeah, they put on white gloves to beat the shit out of people. Like, what?
They're
Well,
the types of bounty hunters that
just talking
hire
about
other
my
bounty
weekend.
hunters to do the dirty work.
And then take all the credit.
that's yeah. So it's called a pimp, and
A BP?
Did you find yourself a
You've been
BP?
hiring from your pimps, but that's not what they're for.
So, you can look in your access bulletin, and it looks like it's as dispersed as it might be in Vorak. But at the same time, as dispersed as it is, it's concentrated.
Sure.
So, the areas that you can access, the bars, the clubs, they are central hubs for a good majority of the areas. A couple of them are in clubs. A couple of them are in unusual places, like bookstores.
Oh.
It's weird, but that's where they're holding up at.
Even the bounty hunters are nerdy as shit here.
a better
Yeah, that's
coverage,
weird.
a better cover story.
Sure.
So, but and then the number of hits, it's there's a lot of them, but it's difficult because you don't get paid in credits here. So it's like it's up to the bounty hunter if you actually want to pursue them here. It's almost like there's a monopoly. Like if you are from somewhere else, you might as well not waste your time here, because getting the credits for it ain't gonna get you much. It's better if you have most of the ones that are on the list are from other areas. Is what I'm saying.
Any
The
good
hits-
ones?
At the moment, like the good ones are within the area, and you living off of credits wouldn't do you any good. If you were from the area and you had reputation, that'd be perfect. But
I mean, if Boston wants to build a reputation, he could go hunting for people and build a
true.
reputation doing that.
this is true if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But at the moment where you with no reputation, and if you were in need of money, this would not be the time to start.
Hey, Fen, do you have any idea how long we're gonna need to be here? A week, 3 days, 2 months?
I know that we are waiting on a little bit more information on Lindsay, as well as looking at the rest of Hillmaker's notes, question mark, on, or did we do that already? One sec.
You went through all the notes, but the very last section, you could swear there was a code that you need to figure out, and you're not sure if you need.
And I needed to go through what that was taken or not.
Because the first 80% of it is all just journaling.
Yes.
But the last 20% of it, while it's disguised as journaling, you feel like there's a code that you need to crack, and you don't have the key to it.
I need to take a closer look at the notes that they took from Hillmaker. See if maybe the key to the cipher that she's placed in her journal is there.
So at least a week?
Potentially.
She didn't say anything about there being a code in there, though.
She didn't, but the way it's written versus the beginning of the journal, it's keenly different.
I ask because looking to Nash and Ramita and even Baldric, there are quite a few bounties out here that would gain reputation, not really pay, unless you guys want to assist with that. Might give us something to do and be productive members of society and actually help boost Fen's reputation as bringing in people to bring in the garbage, as it were.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
I mean, I'd certainly be more useful doing that than waiting for somebody else to look in the library.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's up to you, Fen, of course, because if I end up breaking a few windows and a few heads, that also show up on your reputation as if I'm bringing someone in alive or dead.
Also, with
do
their
I
dad
know?
building half the town.
I probably don't know like the key finer details that it comes down with bounty hunting, or would I with being a lumen?
No. Bounty hunting is not your. Not even. It's
nothing.
you knew
You're
as much.
They're criminals, right? And then you met one like, oh no, they are actually criminals. Great.
Cool. Great. Love it.
Everything I read was true.
Yeah, you might have read about them, but it's like reading
In the
about.
corner going bounty hunter etiquette.
It's as much as
fucking
any of us would know
book.
about astronauts. It's like, oh, they land on the moon. That's great.
That's fantastic.
I
They bring in
know
people who break the rules. Awesome. Good for them.
They brought home rocks. Woohoo!
you picked a hyperfixation. And I have worked with astronauts, so I am the expert now.
I forgot. No, I forgot. I remember. Yes,
You
we had the
fools.
conversation. I forgot it. But the rest of us, as much as we know about astronauts or dentistry or any other thing, where it's
Dentistry is a good one. I don't know much about dentistry.
I know roughly how it works, and that's all I know. So that's what Fenn knows about it. Like the details, everything.
They do things. They do things.
Everything you've learned in this campaign is what Fenn has learned
Cool.
with hanging out with Boston.
And Boston's a nice one.
Oh God.
I mean, arguably Nash is the nice one, but
Well, he's also new.
He's also new.
this is true. He's not actually pulled anyone in yet.
Yeah, give him some
Yeah,
time.
I've been in long
It'll
enough to
change.
get messed up.
It's fine. But yeah, I mean, if that's what you all want to do, So let's put it this. Remind me, Dia. My brother Kelser is supposed to be home soon.
No, Harad.
Oh, Harad's coming home soon.
Haradric is coming home today.
Haradric?
Well, that's what I had in my notes, but yeah, Harad.
So we have Baldric. What is the name of the
Harad.
robot?
Roderick.
Haradric.
And
Haradric.
No, his name is just Harad. H-A.
It's Harad.
Harad.
I mean, I have it in my notes as Haradric. Again, notes I haven't touched in a while, but
Sure.
H-A-R-A-D.
in our conversations, in our correspondences, it stops with the D. So we're gonna.
Well,
Look,
probably.
I had to
Normally
stop
starts
Brett.
with the D.
I had to stop Brett from rewriting his own backstory of making the person who is watching Viper right now as his long forgotten relative, like, because he was like, "Hey, what if we use the word?"
I used a certain name, and I was just like,
Let's
"Oh,
use a name." I was like, "You mean the same name that I'm using as this other NPC?" He's like, "Maybe not."
Maybe not.
I was like, "I can rewrite." Anyways,
yeah, no. We'll probably have to go to local law enforcement, probably get checked out to be able to do that. Go get the permits to actually do it here, and then they'll probably give us a little initiation or whatever.
That's right. I can definitely show you where the law enforcement offices are.
Before we go, make sure to tell Arwen to give you a ring before when the person's ready to talk to us, so that way we aren't leaving some kid that's excited to help with an actual case. Get the
An intern, yeah.
yeah.
An intern ready to get their boots wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send Arwen a quick message that I am going to get these guys more settled into Auroran, and to let me know if there's any further updates on the connecting with an intern or whatever.
yeah, he said he would contact you guys if he came up with information.
Yes.
So
All done. Good to go.
This is
Also,
gonna be
Nash,
interesting.
I hope me doing this wasn't too out of the blue. I'm getting bored and I'm getting a little restless. I want to hit something really bad.
I
We
mean,
promised Fen no fights.
If I am bringing people in, dead or alive, I'm gonna have to hit something at least once.
yeah,
Besides, we don't necessarily have to fight. We can always just talk them down.
we
That is true.
technically did promise no bar fights.
That is. I specifically said I swear I won't punch anybody in a bar.
so you can shoot
We
them.
just gotta make him step outside. Naturally, though you're that dark.
Are you guys saying this in front of Ben?
100%.
Okay, just checking.
It is for sure. So there is a little bit of a game that Boston and Nash will play
Yes.
where they specifically do this shit just to get reactions.
Fine. Well, let's get that reaction.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, you good? You look a little paler than usual, and that's something said compared to.
To the police. To the police. Off we go.
So you're going to a police station?
Or whatever hookup they need to be to do.
I figured because
licensing and stuff.
So, like, it's another city state. It's another country, basically. He'd have to go and get the right
Law
paperwork, so he's not, going renegade or whatever. Unless it is something you can say, hey, I'm here now, and then just sign here, neat, and then you're just good to go.
Actually, yeah. Sorry, you don't work with the police unless you have to or need to. You are underground or outside of an independent contractor, as it were. So, yeah, you can just change your zip code and location when you go to a new area and accept requests there, provided you don't have any open
Outstanding warrants.
Well, that on you as well, yeah. But you finished the one with the fake Baldric, so like you're all set, and now you can open a new one, here.
So never mind. Let's just. If he does not need to go to the police station, Boston doesn't want to go to the police station.
That's why. Yeah, you don't have to go and coincide with the police. You just, if you want to work with the police, like that's on you. But yeah, to each cowboy their own.
In that case, do we want to go to sort of like quote unquote hub?
Let's just head downtown, and if we see any, like, if there's a place for one of the hubs, we can go there, and I can see if I can make any friends, potential enemies, drinking buddies. I don't know, just anything.
The last time I was in the city state, I got there was a really good place that they talked about had gelato. We could get some gelato.
Gelato.
You been to Aurora before?
What's gelato?
It's been a while, but yeah,
It's ice cream with eggs.
Ice cream with
I'm
eggs?
sorry,
I thought
what
ice
did
cream
he
was
just
made with
say?
eggs.
He said it's been a while.
No, I was talking about Baldric.
Ice cream with eggs? That sounds
Yeah,
awful.
that's what gelato was. It's ice cream with eggs.
Sounds awful.
All ice cream had eggs in it. Are they scrambled?
no.
What?
It's early on in the it's like a denser, sweeter ice cream.
Yeah, it's more the egg whites, I believe, rather than the yolk.
I don't know. I just know it's gelato.
It's good.
I don't even know what gelato.
Okay.
It sounds like you're having a stroke between Jello. Like you're trying to say Jello wrong.
Oh, I like Jello. Is it like Jello shots?
It's
No.
really
What's
not.
Jell-O?
It's like Nash was saying, a sweeter, denser form of ice cream.
So everyone with a perception higher than 12, you
Dang.
hear a weird, almost singing sound of an individual just kind of walking by who also has retrieved a vehicle. And it's "We Candlelight." Blah, blah, blah.
What? Do we recognize this person, or are they just drunkenly singing "Sweet Caroline"?
That's what you hear. If you hear a 12 or higher, that's what you get.
Nope.
But you get
Just gonna sing along to it.
get gelato in these really like sort of small cups because it's sort of like a small sweet
Do you
treat.
guys hear that
It's-
really awful music?
I
We were trying to ignore it, but yes. Well, I was trying to ignore it.
So, what are we still here for? Let's go get ice cream. Also,
We could
is there a
also,
karaoke bar around here? Because
there's beaches. We also have beaches.
I mean, I'm gonna
It's in
just
the
sit down and
ocean
see what kind of
here.
work we can do while Fen and Baldric. Do you want to come with us, or do you want to spend time with your boss/master?
I don't.
No, I'd rather
you
go on
said that.
this adventure.
All right. Let's just find some way to sit that's not so crowded. Yeah, let's get some gelato and some jello shots or something. I don't know.
Okay, so Baldric, you put in the GPS the nearest gelato place that gets 5 stars, and you pull out of the parking area and go down this winding road that has, the buildings, they glisten and glitter. The heights vary. They're all, very geodesic spheres of icicle beauty. And as you get closer into town, notice little shops and area, and then there's this one that looks like a geode. And there are, like, the inside, you go into the geode. It's a archway around the front, and you go inside, and the walls are very glistening with pearlescent colors, and light just bounces everywhere. The tables are different oblong circles, ovals of pinks and purples and blues of these geo swirls, and is Geo's Gelato.
As they get close, Nash is gonna elbow Boston. This joint looks like it's rocking.
How quickly are we going? Boston looks at the speedometer. Is like, if we want going this fast, I would just jumped out this car. I'm just gonna say, I didn't need that. Grow some stones, man. Tell a fucking good joke. I don't know, man.
I'd have to say I'm with Boston on that.
I don't get you guys sometimes.
Yeah, we don't either. It's fine.
Gee,
damn. I'm tired, man.
So you're saying I should wait longer for better jokes to crystallize? Really come to a nice, shiny, sparkly point?
As much as Warforged can have intrusive thoughts, Rick really, hard imagines driving into a wall.
It might be because Boston said, "Hey, Baldric, how quickly could you go up to 90 miles an hour to drive straight into that wall? How quickly can you do that?"
Just slam it.
About 90 miles per hour.
Why do we want to drive into a wall?
Is this how we get a TPK? Everyone decides suicide is better than the joke Nashes?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Nash is the BBG of the campaign the whole time.
The whole time. The dad jokes get worse
That's
and
what all the secret
worse.
identity bullshit was about.
His name is truly evil. That's his actual name, not NFT.
Oh,
Just
God.
ET.
ET phone home.
Evil truly, sorry, not truly evil.
So the displays are all different types of crystallis gems, looking like crystals growing out of the earth, or that you chip away. You've got your blueberry, your rock and road, and your banana, and just all kinds of flavors along the road, different colors, vibrant. Have your pick, and the person behind the counter is waiting for you to get your orders. And
I'll get pistachio, I guess.
okay,
They have pistachio, right?
they have a lot of flavors. Think of it as
No. I'm aware that they most likely have the flavor. Boston's never been to a place that's looked like this ever. So we just they have pistachio, right?
It's like ice cream. They have all those flavors too.
Yes, they have pistachio.
Have y'all never been here before?
I got first time in Aurora in for most of us.
Oh, visitors. Oh, okay. That's cool. Hi, welcome to Auroran.
Any fun places that you suggest?
Fun as in how? Like, what? Are you here for the school or?
Actually, not the school.
Oh,
Outside of the educational system.
Oh, well, because a lot of students have different ideas of what fun is. I mean, we've
Do I
got.
look like I'm a student?
Yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, you could be. I don't say you
should be in
do.
a gelato shop.
Nash is going to clock Ven's reaction to a lot of students have weird ideas of fun. Just out of corner of the eye, just
I
clock
thought you were about
it.
to say Ash is going to clock Fen. Oh, God.
Ben 100% is looking at their coupon section for the book fair options that they have inside this school, inside this place, because this place 100% is for the students. There's no other reason this place exists and looks like this. This place has book
To a
fair
degree,
coupons.
Yeah, to a
Yeah,
degree. But at the same time, you notice it's much like a Munchies, where it's also geared toward the kids.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of touristic with the
Do they have any t-shirts?
colors.
I got rocked at Gelato, or this Gelato rocks.
Oh my god.
yes, something like
I'm
that.
gonna blow up the
You
world. It's
rock
fine.
my world.
100%. If they actually have those shirts, Granny is getting one
This is the fucking
for
all over.
Nash.
Oh, they have all the sizes from double X small to double XL, triple XL. And they have these little beanies with little rocks on them too. They have, and so the person's like, yeah, a lot of the students. Well, it depends on the area, but I mean, we've got shows, and there's always the music halls and the but usually they ask for like book clubs and they're just an odd sort, but I mean,
What do you do for
each
fun?
their own. Me?
Yeah.
Well, nobody's asked that before.
That's
You have been outside of a Warren?
No, yeah. I mean, a couple times.
Sure.
What flavor do you want?
Pistachio.
Right. And the rest of you?
Points to Nash, Rocky Road.
there's so many options.
No,
Like
though, I've heard that is your featured flavor.
Oh, Rock Road? Yes, definitely. That's our go-to. But it's also a bit crunchy, so like not everyone likes. Some people like the smoother stuff.
I've heard you can like mix and match a little bit. Can I?
Sure, yeah, we got. Yeah, you can do 3, 4. We also have the geodesic sphere, which is like 12 different flavors.
I'm gonna go with a simple. Can we go with a chai, which is gonna be like a cardamom, a black tea, and a honey?
Absolutely. Yep.
Coconut.
can you just give me your favorite?
Mine?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm into
Romita is
the
overwhelmed by choices.
Too many choices.
Never mind, I'm gonna be nice.
Sure, yeah, like y'all are really testing me with these trying to come up with flavor names.
Just say it's mint. It can just be mint. It can
This is
just
true.
be vanilla.
This is true. I
You
can
can
do
also
all
just-
the basic shit.
You can also just make up rock puns and then decide what the flavors
I
are
want
later.
to. That's the thing is I'm trying to, but I can't. So like I just like the banana and strawberry. Like that's just me.
I'll do that. That's easy.
Okay, cool. So banana and strawberry. Y'all want any hard candy to go with it?
Is it rock candy?
More option?
It is rock candy.
I'll take a thing of rock candy.
I would
Okay.
love to try some.
It was
Yeah.
like topping goes on like sprinkles. It's kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll work.
Is it like just sugar?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you know
we're
how,
not-
like, did you guys do that experiment when you were kids where you like put a string or a stick in sugar water?
It grew up it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, those kind of. But anyways, so how long y'all here till for? Like, you guys here for the like shows, or you following the?
We're just traveling through, seeing some family, just enjoying the sights.
Are you here for
It is pretty
the
pretty.
Ocean X, the Oceani, the land, whatever the hell they call it? I can't remember. That project out in the sea.
No. Though, to be fair, I wouldn't, looking back at my friends, be completely opposed to sticking around until it's actually done, because it's almost done, correct?
Yes.
How soon is almost done?
My mother saying?
3 weeks.
Like 3 weeks.
I think it was 3 weeks.
It really depends on how quickly we can get information that we need.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm not saying this is a hard limit on when we're going. I'd like to see my brother again.
Can we go out there?
No.
But you and him would really on
I do
speaking
believe a
terms.
closed.
Well, I mean, if you get VIP tickets, that's you get first view, but that opens to the public afterwards. Of
Yes.
course, you gotta have those tickets too. But there's some,
Knowing the people
boat guides, and I've got one of those tickets. You get to go like within 100 feet of it. You don't get on it, but
Sure.
But yeah,
Appreciate
the
that. Thank you.
unveiling's pretty cool. I mean, it's like a whole second city. I mean,
I thought that-
not
I
a
thought-
whole second.
Yeah.
It's one of the other cities in this Auroran place.
Mhm.
I need all of you to roll a insight check because no one's asking shit.
Can I wait? Do I have to roll or can I use a passive? Because for once
If
I
you-
have.
If you want to use a passive, you can go for it. But like,
While
I'm
we're
trying to-
talking, Boston is looking, like, while he's waiting after he did his order, he is looking through the bounty hunter list thing, just in case to see if this guy, because he is acting weird, but he's just listening to this guy rattle on. 16 total.
I got a really high roll of 12.
I'm trying to decide if
Nice.
I should stick with my passive 14 or risk it and roll.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Roll
If you
it.
risk it-
And you got
still-
11.
if you risk it, you still have your inspiration.
Yeah, we still have a few
Yeah, but
inspirations
I-
if you want to burn those.
I don't terribly want to. I mean, it's a gelato conversation. I don't think he's looking to do it that hard. I'm going to stick with passive.
Okay. What did I? So I got 12 from Ramita, 16 with Rev. Nope.
12 from Ben.
I got
Well,
the highest
Rev.
with 16. Oh, no.
Well, oh yes, Boston got 16. So 12, 12, and 12, and a 14.
11 from
14.
Granny.
11, 12, 12.
14, 16.
Oh,
If we
okay.
just keep shouting numbers at you, will you tell us what it is?
64.
37.
12,
17 and a half.
18.
We love you, Gears. You missed us.
I rolled
Like
an
that
natural
time with us for some
25.
reason.
The more,
Fight
I think
me.
the more numbers we shout, the higher the DC gets.
Oh yeah, definitely every time.
We're fucking ourselves.
So, Boston, you
Mhm.
pick up because you're the only one who passed. This person is trying to make small talk, but every once in a while you'll hit on a question that is just far too intrusive for their comfortability,
Mhm.
and they're definitely trying to like keep y'all from investigating too much. They're definitely getting uncomfortable, though they're trying not to show it.
He's
And
gonna
it's-
just like walk around and just
Also, it's more female.
oh, more female. Sorry. Well, he's going to walk around and see how they respond to like where he's standing in case like he's just like walking around. Like if there's one of those magazines I was joking about that has all the things, he'll pick it up and just like whistle the equivalent of, oh, he's a jolly good fellow, and just kind of like walk around looking at them to see if they're reacting strangely to anything.
You okay? Do you have to go to the bathroom, Boston?
Yeah, he's got a bathroom.
Yeah, it's down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
This is the first one, so
Bring
you
this
know.
sign pointing to us.
I don't look up often, you know this. He does not go to the
Yes.
bathroom immediately. He's like,
Boston's weakness, the sky.
it's awfully bright up there. So. But
Actually,
before he goes to the bathroom, that he does, like I said, just kind of like walk around, see how the person responds.
Unless you're like trying to get into some like employees only area, he's not really paying attention to your whereabouts.
I feel like
So it's
Nash
very
is going to
specific
engage him in
conversation.
conversation, or in them in conversation. Excuse me, because Nash may not have picked up on them, but Nash for sure picked up on Boston, and knows that like whatever's going on, Nash needs to be the center of attention, so that Boston is not.
Proximity. Okay.
So, like, tell me about this cobblestone flavor that you guys got.
Yeah. That's one of our newer flavors. It's kind of a test. It's just it's got like this dark cookie chocolate thing mixed with this vanilla and then a little bit of mint, and it's just kind of.
As soon as Nash asked that, he immediately went to where the bathroom was, and is just. He also will text Baldric. Something feels off. Follow me if you would like to investigate, or help Nash with the distraction.
Yeah, so Rick will like slip away.
And Nash's
Alright.
progressive distraction is going to be asking for tastings of nearly every flavor until he basically gets kicked out. That's his plan at this moment. He wants to try everything, one, out of curiosity, and two, if this person keeps having to get a new spoon, scoop, hand it over to Nash, like that is right here the whole time.
Not
Also,
picking up on any of
for
the
a
cues.
reason-
Granny's just gonna join in with Nash because she's now like, these are. Oh, you can try them. Like,
Okay,
we
I'm
will
gonna
also need you
need.
to cut back and forth, giving us all of the flavors.
Like 30, like the 32 flavors of that one specific company. We're not going to say by name, but then it was turned out they had
It's
33.
most definitely 32 flavors.
Jen and berries?
Something like that.
So I'm gonna have to pull up a list of stone names just to have fun with that. Anyways,
Obsidian is going to be delightful, I have no doubt.
It
We
is
all
all.
play
Obsidian.
Minecraft on a server together. You should know some stones.
That's
I'm
why I immediately
a
went
stone
cobblestone
freak.
and obsidian.
I am a stone freak because there's agate, there's diamond, there's emerald, there's sapphire, there's amethyst, there's all those stones, including
What is bloodstone? Is it like black cherry? It's like
probably maybe
Oh,
or
that would be
like
good.
red
Or-
velvet or something.
These weird intellectual
blood,
folks, it actually
blood
tastes
orange.
like blood. Ooh, blood orange is a good bet. I like that
Got an
idea.
iron copper
That's
taste
just one of my
to it.
favorite ice creams anyway.
Anyways, so this person, I'm gonna need Nash, roll a deception.
Since Ramita is joining in, can I do this at advantage?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you can do it with an aid for sure.
Okay, that is a 13 for the first one. And thank God for a 13.
oh no.
Yeah, 13.
That's fine. It wasn't high
no.
to begin with because they're doing their job, and this is actually a relief to them of like finally I can just like do my job and help with the questions. because he was expecting, anyways. So yeah, no, they're very distracted. Boston, you can do what you need.
He's just going in the general direction of the bathroom. He doesn't go to the bathroom door. He's waiting to see if Baldric comes over or not. To see if Baldric can see things that maybe Boston can't. Considering Baldric may be a little bit better at certain things than he is.
Douglas, what do your alphas see?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, yeah, I will come over and use my peepers.
With the guidance, and I'm going to be helping him. We're looking for anything that might be out of the ordinary, or hear anything out of the ordinary.
I hope you know that once you tell us, like, if nothing comes out of this, Grant is going to make fun of you for going after someone because they probably just had, like, the equivalent of weed in the back.
If it's illegal, it's illegal.
Okay. So
I don't agree with that, but that's not me. That's not me dealing with like, oh, okay. I put it back and I go back out there.
Rev,
I saw a mini celebration there.
what happened?
Well, I assumed you were about to ask for a roll since he said guidance and looking for a thing, so I rolled. Anyway,
What are you? I want to know what you're looking for. What are you trying to do?
Anything that would have someone that's being way too prideful on newcomers. Is it a drug wing? Is this person trafficking people?
Yeah, look, anything that like would stand out as being not ice cream
Not a
shop.
part of our life.
Yeah, like if you go to an ice cream shop and you see in the back there are like open pipes and open air vents, you're like, oh, why is this place like? If the freezer's broken, get it fixed.
Okay, so you're looking in the back, just searching the back. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get out of you guys.
Yes.
So you're in. You've gone past the bathrooms. There is an office. And then there's the storage back, and then there's a cooler. Assuming that you're going into the office, because everything else looks shipshape. It's a janitorial area, with storage of flavors and things like that. The office is partially open, and you're able to get in. What do you do?
I'm going to tell Baldric to get onto the computer and see if he can see anything out of the ordinary while I'm just looking through open anything. I'm not trying to rob this place. We're not going to steal the Gelato's vault or anything like that. But
okay, I'm going to need from Baldric a roll for basically like a password check, thieves tools. And then for Boston, for Boston, I'm going to need a stealth for how quiet you can look through stuff.
You got it. Not in my heavy armor. That's so unbelievably cocked. That's better.
A total of 10.
Okay.
Including the guidance.
Oh, wow.
14 for me for stealth.
Okay. 14, you're able to go through all the drawers quietly. You're able to pull out everything. It's a new area, new desk, and everything looks nice and there isn't paperwork really in this digital aid. You find personal effects, probably from the person in front. A bag that's half open, and you can go through it if you like. But because they have, a SIM chip, it's on them. You don't have ID or of any kind. There is a magazine for doing crossword puzzles and stuff.
Sure.
Pen, which is odd, because you remember seeing Amelia doing the same thing but digitally. And then you have
was there a name tag on the person in the front? What was there like? There was. Okay. What was their name?
There was. Did you look?
Yes,
I mean, if I'm talking to her, probably. I'm not asking her on a date. I'm just talking to her.
Okay.
How often do you actually read people's name tags when you're at a coffee shop?
Every time. I always
I
say
was
their
gonna
name when I
say-
walk up to the bar. Every
Okay.
time.
But
Yeah,
is
'cause-
Boston as nice as you?
Yes. Did Boston specifically look at their name tag?
Typically, I honestly, because he hunts people for a living, yes. 100%.
Okay. Just want to know.
What
Just want to
criminals
know.
wear a name tag?
Because like if you didn't look, then you didn't notice. But because you rolled high, yeah. It was Atlantis.
Atlantis. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, Atlantis is on her name. She is in just a regular uniform for that place. White apron, blue shirt, black pants. Hair is colorful. Probably more colorful than the gelato, but it's still and she's humanoid. She's got very human facial features, and a very regular human stat. You'd say probably 26, 27, roughly in age. And then the bag, there's maybe a few other things like a sandwich, some food, like things to do on a break. Hover boots. For like the equivalent of roller skates, probably to get back and forth somewhere quickly. This is probably her mode of transportation, not any kind of keys to a vehicle or anything like that. With a 10, you find solitaire. Baldric. You can get on and you can get onto the computer and you can find some of the basic games.
He'll look over your shoulder after he's done this. He's put all his stuff
I'm
back.
playing Astro Pinball.
Would it remind me what this person looks like?
I actually didn't describe them, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but this is just an average human person. She's got colorful blue, green, teal,
Mermaid
colored
hair.
kind of, with like pink tips at the end. It is shoulder length, but it is tied back. It's curly, and she has makeup to kind of match, and her, like I said, the uniform, maybe a piercing or two, ears, and a tattoo down her arm, but it's nothing out of the ordinary, not like any kind of gang tattoo or anything like that, just some pretty like swirls and stuff that most girls her age get, you could say. Are you trying to investigate her appearance?
I mean, I'm just one. I realized I didn't have a conception of who this person was that we were interacting with. And that may be helpful.
Okay,
but
sorry about that.
I do find personally it interesting that Atlantis has mermaid hair and gets squirrely when we talk about the ocean stuff. So, that's either a lot of coincidences or very interesting. Anyway, that's...
Well, she brought up the ocean part. She brought up the new city and that it was interesting, and she's definitely going to go see it. So it's definitely an interest of hers.
Yes.
Gotcha.
The squirrely part was, what do you do for fun?
Oh, okay.
So they either do
seeing-
illegal stuff or
Seeing Baldric playing solitaire, buzzing like, can I give it a shot?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
I love the people who I have employed to work for me. They're not gonna get me thrown in jail at all.
Fen, how are you dealing? What are you doing at this point, too?
Ben hasn't fucking noticed this unless.
Okay. Well, you do have a
Boston
passive
asked
of
to go to
19,
the
though.
Boston asked to go to the fucking bathroom. He went off towards where they said the bathroom was, and then Baldric followed after him.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
he needed.
Baldric gonna wipe his ass for him?
I don't fucking know. I'm gonna like lean.
Why would Baldric
over,
follow?
Kind of subtly and try and see where they've disappeared to.
yeah, with a passive 19, you definitely noticed Baldric disappearing.
I was being stealthy.
Well, then roll to combat their 19.
Listen, it doesn't matter what I rolled. I was being stealthy.
It's like, listen, fuck you.
When Boston goes on this PC, he's looking for any files that would look out of the ordinary that would not be in a particular place like this.
So I know. Do I notice them where they've gone? What door they've gone behind?
Unless you specifically watched him go back there, no, you only know that they're back there.
Let me get the exact Winley.
This turquoise is really great. It's like a blueberry coconut. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good.
I'm really liking the amethyst one.
The
Like, I thought it'd be
aquamarine
great, but
is
it's
actually
not.
pretty damn cool because it's like ice mint with elderberry and boysenberry. So you want to try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but was that
Okay.
pun intended? Because it was perfect.
They're within 70 feet, correct?
Oh, absolutely. They're within like 35 feet, probably.
Cool. Mental link with Baldric because he just disappeared on me. Where did you go?
Oh, we're playing games on the owner's computer.
Did you just say that out loud?
No, mental link. He doesn't say it out loud.
I'm asking is this Baldric because does Baldric explain how the mental link thing worked? Was that explained to the automaton?
You're muted or you're
muted.
talking to a partner.
Oh yeah, no, sorry. No, we've worked it out. So he just thinks of that then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel like we did work out some of those kinks in the 7 weeks we were cooped up in the same house.
Probably.
Oh, absolutely. We play. More than likely, this became like a party trick for that Fen did.
It also could be like very comedic that where he just forgets and just says it. But going
Baldric,
on.
go into the back area and see if you can see anything out of the ordinary. Don't be seen.
Okay.
What are you doing on the owner's computer?
Well, now I'm not on the owner's computer. I'm
Where are
looking
you going,
around.
Baldric?
To the back.
Why, Baldric?
That's what Boston said to do.
I'm connecting my head to Boston really quick. Boston, what are you doing?
You just hear show tunes return back to you as he is just whistling a song in his mind. I am going into this PC at the moment. What do I need to roll for that?
Roll a sleight of hands.
Sleight of
I'm
hand.
going to shout in his head.
Guidance. Again with the. I'm gonna use this dice betrayed me. I'm going to use one of my inspirations. Okay, I have still so many left. That's much better. 24.
Okay. So Baldric got the password, and that was the hardest part for Boston.
On a sticky
Getting
note
inside.
underneath the keyboard.
Yeah.
You get inside, and you're able to find the access to the office, the company files. So hard. Finding a schedule, a list of employees, the owner, the franchise, the fact that it's a franchise, all corporate information. What kind of information are you looking for?
Anything that just does not line up, like I said, with a place that would run Gelato. Is there
would
they
be a
spending
good
too much
front
money on
kidnapping.
expenses?
So,
Are there extra
because-
file space, or is there like too much storage on this PC, even though there's not enough files showing? Things like that.
So going through all of the files, the company is legit. The fact that it's a franchise is legit. The owner is here in Auroran. Everything seems to check out, but the thing that you do pick up is the name, Atlantis Jones. And you know why that hits your head. You're like, okay,
Do we know why?
Boston does. Boston That's a key.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, it's an actual business, and it's been here for a while, and it does really good in certain parts of the year, and it has its ebb and flow.
Mhm.
You can access the finances, you can access all the employees.
I'll just take, if possible, any information on Mrs. or Themses Jones. Themses Jones.
So Atlantis Jones also has been employed for about 6 months.
6 months. Okay.
Yes. Which coincides with other events.
Yep.
Does Boston have a secret love child?
Yes, for sure.
Probably.
This is
Not
the only
one that would be
possible
26, hopefully. But
He was out there boning people at 7. This is totally their child.
I mean, technically, if he had a child at like 15 or 16, and that child then got abducted by the cult and aged a bunch of years.
That is true. That would be awful.
That could be.
That would be
Turns out
so
we've
bad.
already
That's sort of
killed
the whole
this kid.
Scanlan situation.
Yo,
Because only did I
I'm
have-
dark, but I'm not that dark. I'm just gonna let you know right now. We're not going there. That's not a thing.
You remember the one who Granny split his head open?
What?
Back when we were fighting the ones that like were kids aged up and Granny split one's head open with her hammer.
Yeah, like I hit
Oh,
his
in the elementary school?
It was not a killing shot.
How do you gently pummel someone with a hammer?
How do you gently shoot a shotgun into someone's knee?
It wasn't gentle. It
Wasn't gentle, he says.
It wasn't lethal.
It wasn't a killing shot.
It wasn't gentle, but it wasn't lethal.
It was also rock salt. It wasn't actual lead.
You can knock people out without killing them.
Not with
Yeah,
a
rock
hammer.
Really, no.
Without
If you
hammer.
hit someone hard enough they fall unconscious and they stay that way for more than a couple of seconds, you're causing permanent brain damage and possibly death.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
why
they
I
had
always
enough
take out
brain
people's
damage.
knees.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And on that note,
Anyway, before we wrap up, he will write down any information on her,
Okay.
description, all that stuff, just onto a sticky note, and then peel it off and put it into his pocket, and then text Baldric, "We're good. Get out."
okay, Baldric, were you in that room when Boston took over, or did you leave after
I
Fen?
was walking out.
As Fen was talking to you? Okay, just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure. Okay. Okay, so Baldric was leaving. Boston was still in the back.
Mhm.
Cool. All right, so you get out of there, and you exit out of the program, I assume, and you rejoin the crew,
Mhm.
and
We put everything back to normal, by the way. We didn't just leave it open.
and at this point, the Atlantis cashier is ringing everyone up. Is like, do you have any I mean, like, I know you're new. Oh, okay, awesome. Because switching over to credits is still hot. That's still yeah. Sweet. All right, and then you pull out the pad, and then you just swipe the total for the amount. Everyone has their ice cream.
Does that mean the government paid for our ice cream?
Yes.
Basically.
Potentially.
Or my father. Either way,
Yep.
it's great.
Either way, it's covered. And so we're going to pause there. It is almost 11. We're going to pause. We'll come back after we have drinks or potty break or whatever the hell anyone else does while we're gone.
We're all gonna take shots in the break. That's what's going on.
Shots. Okay. Anyways.
Everybody, goodbye.
The train.
Are we going down the river too? Like, what's going on?
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. This is very "Oh brother, where art thou?"
Oh, are we doing an Odyssey reference?
I kind of.
So,
Well-
as we return, the crew has officially been able to sneak into and hack into a computer, getting information of the place that they're at, and really found almost nothing if it wasn't for the fact that Boston was able to intercept the name of the employee that they're speaking with. They've checked him out, and I believe Ramita came across a tombstone gelato that she likes. Nash got got a couple of combinations, including the cobblestone. Fen got
Traumatized.
That's a flavor? Nice.
They got coconut with rock candy in it, man.
They got gravel. Yeah. And you guys have your gelatos, your many flavored gelatos.
If the moment we step out of this place, I immediately just like.
Do you try to grab Boston, try to like pull him closer or whatever?
No. I like pop you. I not do anything because I don't fucking have any strength, but attention grabber.
Did I have to fly on my shit? You good?
Did you have to shit back there? Like, you started acting real strange. And then you went to the bathroom for a long time.
Sorry, I had...
He wasn't in the bathroom, that's why.
I did actually go in there for a smoke.
You could have stepped outside for that.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't have found the fun stuff.
Boston.
Yeah.
Why were you breaking and entering in an establishment we literally just visited?
But to be fair, there was no breaking and entering. We never went anywhere but inside the building.
Why were you on the computer?
You ever get that feeling when you're looking at somebody and they feel like they got sweat beads going on their head? Kind of like you every time I open my mouth when we're inside a place you don't think I should be talking.
And so that keyed you into I must go into the office of the owner and get on the computer?
Call it a hunch. And also, I was correct.
Correct about what?
Her name's Atlantis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis Jones. As he's sitting in the car.
Wait, you can walk around the block. It's
yeah. Oh,
you probably parked on the street. It's a meter, that sort of thing.
You're not related, are you?
No.
Okay, just
Are you
Jones
sure?
and Jones.
Atlantis Jones. What is?
They had no records of anything of the sort until about 6 months ago when they started working here and getting a crummy apartment or crummy for this area. No, correct me if I'm wrong, just like looking up them. Do they have any family connections or anything like that as we're just walking?
As you're doing research while you're eating your ice cream? Okay. Half glance. The person, yeah, they have record. They're definitely established here in Auroran, but they've only been here for 6 months.
Any family, anything at all?
No connections here whatsoever.
No family connections here. No internship for this place. Just got this job. No problem. Nothing. 6 months
don't
ago.
You want to leave town?
That's strange, right? That's strange, isn't it, DM?
6 months is when the prison broke. When the prison break happened.
It is kind of strange.
Oh shit.
And the name Jones is a common alias for use for people that are trying to forget who they were and try to start out somewhere fresh, especially with criminal background.
Is that how you got the name?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, your name isn't actually Boston Jones?
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bush would have known this from your prison paperwork, right?
Get called
No,
out, bitch.
because he already had that as his false identity before prison.
Oh, okay.
This is new to everyone.
Yeah.
So you know.
The fuck?
That was a joke.
Nash, but Baldric did say it though, correct? That wasn't just Rick being Rick. Yeah.
What did he say? I totally missed.
He said, that's how you got your name, right? And Boston said, yeah. And then they said, your name is Boston's like, oh.
Oh, okay.
And everyone's just like, wait, that's not your name? What?
What is going on here? Like, that's not your name?
Correct.
It's fine. It's who I am now. It wasn't who I was born as.
Oh my god. Ramina, do you have any secret identities I should know about before we go any further?
Well, You saying this implies that more people have secret identities.
Yeah.
I know Baldric changed names, but like,
Just
we all knew that one.
currently.
I mean, I was under a different fighting name at one point.
Doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Fantastic. Love this.
I don't think those really count.
Atlantis Jones.
Hold on, I can't hear you guys.
Your headset.
I had to take it out to let the dog out of the office because he wanted to hang out with the roommates.
Oh, now you can hear us.
Yes!
Gosh.
All right, so Atlantis Jones is a little bit suspect.
Do you recognize him?
Nope. But, and he's, after just doing the quick research, he's gonna continue just looking through all the people that might have broken out from the prison
Of prison.
6 months ago, if possible. A list of all the candidates, similar bone structures. I'm sure he has software for that on his thing, just...
Do we need to cut them to prove that they bleed like the gooey stuff? Like,
Baldric, did you take a screenshot, or do you have a recording of her face real quick that I could borrow?
Yeah.
Just send me a picture, please. Thank you. And he'll put it into a software to see if he can try to locate the person by facial bone structure.
Comparing it to the.
It might take
list of-
days. He doesn't know. He just has it going, basically.
Okay, right, but you're comparing it to the list of inmates.
That
That broke
escaped,
out?
yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna look at Nash. Did you know we got different? Good to know. So before you two were in jail together. Lovely. And this is like an off to the side conversation while he's doing.
He is
stuff.
smoking a cigarette, doing his work, and enjoying his pistachio gelato.
This is an inside conversation, not an outside conversation.
Granny's just gonna be eating her ice cream, like staring off into the distance, wondering what the hell is going on. Like, do I really know these people? I just stayed with them for like a couple weeks, and now there's like another name.
1,000-inch stare.
1,000-inch.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. you
Exactly.
Nash? Nash? Am I here?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, cool.
You're
just
here,
didn't know
yeah.
if he was
Yeah.
saying anything or purposely or just ignoring me.
Tony, are you
Character.
responding to?
No, he's doing what Nash is probably just staring off into the distance or staring holes in the back of Boston's head, one or the other.
you asked if he knew about this.
I followed it up with, "Are you okay?"
Oh, I didn't hear that. I was
He was
listening,
soft.
but I did not hear that.
Yes.
I mean, people are allowed to do that.
Yes. I mean, but are you okay?
It hardly feels like now's the time.
Let us know. This is out of character. Sorry.
Like, we are in public. This does not feel
Yeah.
like the right place to have this conversation for Nash. So he's
Yeah.
uncomfortable as long as you guys are trying to talk about this, and he's not gonna. He's gonna clam up.
Fair.
Are we gonna
What
keep
the
moving?
hell?
I thought we wanted to see the rest of the city. Come on.
I mean, I'm fairly certain we were still walking.
Yes, you are walking outside.
I just kind of like
I'm still out.
poked back.
It's as private as you might think it is. There are people walking, going in opposite directions, same directions, but it's not crowded. You don't have somebody on your ass. There isn't somebody directly in front of you. It's just you'll pass by a person every 30 steps.
I'm just wary because the last time we had a conversation like this in public, you like brought in the person sitting next to us, and I thought we were out of earshot of people. So I know Nash is.
No, I'm
Yeah.
letting you know that it's not that.
We're not 100% private. People can still hear us.
Yeah.
No fun of bodega. Because apparently that's a thing that we represent.
Do we?
I mean,
They have bodegas here. I feel like that's like just more of the like standard human thing, not the we're so wealthy that we bathe in gold.
I mean-
We still.
I think they bathe in milk if they're fancy, not gold.
they probably
Why
have
would
like
you
a
bathe
fancy
in milk? That's just
I don't
bodegas.
know.
The ones
So it's like
that,
got a cafe in it.
well, the ones that I've heard of ones where like you go in the back and then you hit a code on a vending machine and it opens up to be like a secret like bar or a fancy thing.
A speakeasy?
Yeah, like one of them.
I wouldn't mind a speakeasy. Fen, take us to a speakeasy.
As long as it has other drinks. Remember, guys, I need to take a chill.
And
We'll get you a sarsaparilla.
And no offense, but like, no offense, Fen, but you kind of have to be cool to know where those things are.
Damn. That is offensive if I've ever heard one now.
Boston does laugh out loud.
Fucking roasted.
No. Where's the nearest cafe that also has a bookstore? Where's one of those?
Those I know plenty of.
Okay, that sounds a bit better.
It's also a little more fair for Amita.
Yeah,
appreciate
I'll take them to based off of whatever part of town we're in. No, correction. Fenn's going closer to the beach. Fenn's going further out to beach territory.
Okay.
We're having a long day. I'm going closer to the ocean if I can.
What a
Okay.
beach.
DM,
Yes.
would Granny know? Has Granny ever been to the beach? Because I imagine like I've traveled along, but like seems to be one of the only areas that's like really got an oceany area.
To be fair, Fenn's version of a beach is most definitely like a British beach where like there's rocks, not sand.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you went to like a lake beach. So you know what it's like to have water that meets ocean, or water meets sand and shore. Definitely some man-made or humanoid-made lakes. But ocean is a new experience. So as you guys will find yourselves to the vehicle, get inside, and drive, and wind down a...
That is wholesale taking them to their favorite place.
yes, just winding back and forth, kind of like San Francisco area, where like to get down a hill, you have to go take these.
Down.
No, sideways.
Oh, okay, one of those.
You're going
You're
left
talking about
and then right.
Lombard Avenue.
Something, yeah,
the
kind of
most
like that.
windy road or whatever.
Yeah, where you're just going back and forth to get down, and as you're passing the buildings, you'll pass some neighborhoods, and then you'll get to more businesses, and then more neighborhoods, and this like pattern. As you get down closer to the beach, Ramita and anyone else who's never been to the ocean, I want to say that's most of you.
That's all of us except
Baldric.
maybe Nash, apparently.
Baldric probably has. I want to say the family has definitely taken trips to Auroran for vacations and stuff. And Nash, maybe you've seen it.
I think Nash may have seen it like from a car, but I don't think he got up close.
But getting the full experience, you're a waft of all of these smells of, the
Fenn's
sea.
window is down, by the way.
Yeah.
Fenn's window is down.
The sea air, the full of animal life, and the sea foam that comes up and wafts that salty, fresh but also bitter air. But it's a very refreshing and elating experience.
As soon as like Granny sees the ocean, she's gonna like jump up and be like, "It doesn't end. It just keeps going. Like people cross it."
People cross it, people go under it.
At this point in history, nobody has crossed the ocean.
Oh.
Not safely? Oh, no. So people just go out and then just don't come back.
Yeah, they
Right.
not really just don't go out. It's been to kind of refresh the history, 250 years marks the amount of time it's been peaceful in this nation prior to the last war. All of this has been sort of a rebuilding and then growth. Exploration hasn't been a possibility until now. It was kind of like going through medieval to Renaissance in the last 250 years to a more modern age. So now they are doing more experimenting and trying to go out and branch out to other areas. This project that the Auroran Council has approved and is close to completing is their first step forward out into ocean marine life study.
Okay,
from
let me
there-
rephrase that.
In theory, from there, the idea is to try and remap the world and go through, because there was a lot lost in the last war. The last 250 years is the only surviving records that they have prior to the war. The war decimated the area. Any kind of culture, they threw themselves back into the Stone Age, essentially.
Okay.
So, yeah, and so there's been a lot of regrowth because of this piece, and they're trying to reestablish their dominance over this continent. Now that they're getting to that point, they're like, okay, let's go out and see what the rest of the world has done since we've had our little isolated dormancy kind of thing. Think like Japan.
Shut ourselves off from the rest of the world. What has everyone else been up to?
Yeah, nobody knows, as nobody has ventured to this area either. So as far as they know, the rest of the known world has either done the same thing that they did, or they don't exist. Maybe known Europe, before venturing off to America. What the fuck is that everyone else doing?
So I'm gonna jump up and be like, holy crap, I can't even see the ocean thing they were talking about.
Actually, you can.
Oh, I can? Damn.
Sorry.
You can't see the end is a pretty terrifying thing to see. In an ocean.
It's absolutely, definitely,
Okay.
your awe is definitely on point of I can't, there is no other part to, where is the other shore?
Why can't I swim across that?
Yeah, you're definitely sure you can't swim across it.
Ships haven't even crossed it yet. Not really. Not in recent history, rather.
I read a story once where they did, but that was my mom's, my great grandma's book.
Yes, definitely.
I don't remember much about it.
As you get closer and closer down to the shoreline, as the winding gets less and less, you're not having to go quite as far out sideways and just kind of go more in a straighter direction. You do see this monument of a structure out in the ocean. It is it's huge. It is the size of a city. It's spiraled out wide and comes to a point, and then sort of has almost like a flower arrangement around in a circular, kind of like you would think maybe like a lotus with a lily pad around. The area around is definitely green. There are little triangle shaped areas that are floating aloft but also connected to the main structure. The main structure is white with windows and then walls and a very decorative display. It looks like it could be a good hub of buildings, but then the lily pads that come up to it, there are looks like would be smaller estates, homes, neighborhoods, and then then you would know that this is the tip of the iceberg.
This is what? Sorry, you cut
the-
out.
The tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
What you're seeing is just the display portion. It is not just sitting on top of the ocean, but there is a lot more beneath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bookstore. Cafe.
Yeah.
So as you get down closer to the beach area, there is basically a nice little boardwalk. It is also shaped in a clam sort of shape, where it's like very large and very round, with these little archways that dip off to different directions, 4 or 5, and you are free to roam wherever you want, but your favorite coffee shop is not too far from parking, and you're able to go in, and it is a combination bookstore, coffee shop,
KFC
tea.
and Taco Bell.
With Pizza Hut, of course.
More like Red Lobster and John Silver's, but yeah.
So I think there'll be more Olive Garden and Red Lobster.
Whatever.
I feel like those are even like not bougie enough for these places. Probably like boutiques and like the fancy ass cafes with like French names.
This is also kind of more also the touristy area, so it is also welcoming to people who are not of the area, but it is also acceptable by the people in the area. It's that gray section where it's like it's not bougie, but it's nice.
Yeah, it's not bougie enough to be considered bougie, but it's not trashy enough to be considered trashy.
Right.
In the between.
It's not quite Casa Bonita, but it is definitely a part of the area.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to swim?
Yes. I mean, I come here all the time to go into the ocean. That's the reason this is my. This very quickly became one of my favorite shops.
Are there like things in the water we need to avoid?
Not so close to shore. Dependent on the time of year. What time of year is it? Would I have to worry about them like running into
Surprise jellyfish.
Yeah, basically migrating of sea creatures or.
You'll know that this part of the area there is a distinct coral reef. So like it is calmer than the rest of the ocean shore. And so this is where the most population of visitors go. As far as creatures, there's a level of danger, but at the same time, the locals are aware of it, and there are lifeguards and there are med kits available. So there might be like a sea urchin lurking somewhere, but you know.
Nash is as soon as Boston is asking about like getting in the water, Nash is unbuttoning the suit, and underneath the suit is his old set of clothing, and he'll even pull off the mesh and the crop top, so he's just got the booty shorts, and pull off the sneaks. Actually, he wouldn't be wearing sneaks with the suit, I guess, but.
I mean, you could be. You could be one of those people that wears like Air Jordans with a suit.
Well, they were light up sneakers.
Oh yes, of course. The classiest of gentlemen wear light up sneakers with their suits. I don't know what you're talking about.
What about the
Specific
cowboy
vibe,
boots with the
okay?
There's also certain holidays where certain groups of people can't wear leather, so they're known to wear like tennis shoes with their suits.
I didn't realize that. That's interesting. I will have to learn more about that later.
Wow. So you're just ignorant to other people's cultures?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
there's a lot of
100%
fucking
Rev.
cultures.
America, we don't care.
I learn as much as I can, but some days I remember that I grew up in Kansas.
So how quickly
The
do you
most
jump into
quiet
the
place
ocean,
on Earth.
Nash?
People
How
think
quickly do you jump into the ocean, Nash?
Nash is pretty fast, honestly. He'll probably wade into like ankle or knee, and and then
You get to knee level, and your toes are already numb. It is ice cold.
worth it. Diving in.
Ben's with him, so like.
He's
And goes in as well.
ice baths were a normal thing for him.
That is true.
That's a normal thing for athletes. So like, yeah, it's cold, but he's had colder.
Boston,
No.
are you joining?
No.
No.
He's doing something else. So let them have their fun because Boston's gonna do something very sad in a second. So
Fen, are you jumping in,
Absolutely.
knowing that how icy cold it is?
But here's the thing, though. With Fenn's clothing, I mean, let's face it, they're probably just basically the basically the same as a water suit.
Okay.
Granny's gonna take her shoes off and like have these crusty ass socks that like crinkle when they come off,
Oh, gross.
and gonna like roll up her pants and just kind of walk in,
Ah.
dip her toes.
Ben is like full sail sending it swimming in the coral.
So with that, you getting into the ocean, after a few moments, you have a mini school of like little neon fish around your feet, going after those little crusty bits.
It's
Just
a
like-
pure.
Yeah, you've just attracted with your gross feet some little life around them.
I'm in the water.
Just gonna be like looking down and like lift my toes and be like, is this normal? Like, are they gonna hurt me?
They'll actually help you, Rumita. Let them do their work.
They tickle.
And under the water.
Okay, so yeah, it's icy. It is cold.
Yep. Okay.
It is typical for this year. And just to say, it doesn't really get much warmer than this, but when it does, like it's great. It's nice. But you are in the very northern part of this continent. Well, not very, but pretty north.
like New Jersey, New York area, but not like Vermont or like
The
Maine,
deep
like
north.
up there.
Yeah, not Canada north, but definitely
Man,
definitely New York.
Boise.
New York,
Maine,
like
Maine is probably a little
Oregon.
more accurate.
Maine. Okay.
You're probably
Maine is
closer
just
to
Canada, but in America.
yeah.
Maine's the one new East Coast state I have not been to, and Vermont. I've been to every other East
Also-
Coast state.
Rev, don't you mean, well, first off, they are in America. Second off, don't you mean Alaska?
Well, first off, I say in America.
Anyways,
Second off, no, I mean Maine.
therefore, Boston, what are you doing? Well, three of your members are, and
He's-
Rev, what are you doing for that matter?
Well, he's
I
standing next
definitely
to.
like showed them where the cafe was and stuff like that before I took off with Nash to the ocean.
Well, yeah, no, you guys have probably procured a table.
You're
outside.
probably not gonna hop in there, are you, Baldric?
Sorry, I didn't hear that. There's
You're probably not gonna hop in there.
there's no reason not to. I think it might be quite enjoyable.
Fair enough. All right then, I'll just wait here. And he'll just take off his.
Titanium is water resistant. Just
That is very true. Boston is going to take off his shoes and take off his suit coat. And Baldric, if you're paying attention, he is muttering something under his breath. You would not know what they are. As he's taking off his tie and buttoning his shirt, he opens it up, and anyone that's looking, from right about underneath his left nipple down to where his waist would be, it looks like severe acid and bullet wounds just cover that entire side of his stomach. It's the first time I think anyone except for Baldric and Nash have seen him naked, or topless anyway.
Also, you don't know what I know.
No, Baldric would have seen
Yeah,
because
I
he.
said-
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
I took that and reversed it. Never
Me
mind.
and Ramita that don't know about it.
Yeah. And he walks to the shore as the waves are coming in. Is it high tide, low tide, middle tide? Like,
It is low tide. Well, lowish, but yeah, it's definitely low tide. Because it's afternoon, after lunch, getting closer to dinner-ish time. We'll say about 4:00. So yeah.
And he just kind of sits at the water and just kind of lets it just splash on him, not getting fully submerged and just kind of not taking it as a punishment, but just kind of sitting there and muttering to himself.
You'll hear in like passerby 6 scars, man.
And then his entire back is also covered in tattoos.
It's gonna be like that looks like it hurt.
Listening to him, Ramita, you're not a churchgoer, but you know that he would be referencing verses to Lythander. He's just kind of muttering to himself, "Praise be the King of Light," before he shines away the darkness. And you actually, I don't think.
Pull up Boulder's Gate. We got.
You're able to think that.
got stuff room. Pull up Boulder's Gate.
We do
There's a
have.
whole ass place.
We have
I made it pull up.
I'll look up Lythander verses, then I'm sorry, goodness.
No, I'm just gonna pick on you.
We're just just the coincidence is very awesome.
When the Lythander's thing came up in Boulder's Gate.
In Baldur's Gate, when I saw that, I was like, what?
Also, I'd like to point out, because you have consistently pronounced it Lythander.
Mm-hmm.
It's L-A. It's Lythander.
Lathander.
And I only know that
Yeah.
because I was really confused when I
So,
saw
yeah,
Baldur's
That's
Gate.
because Boston says it like that. Because I know
It's
it's,
an accent
Lythander.
thing.
I'm not saying you're wrong,
Lythander.
I'm just saying that it threw
But
me
it's-
off.
I was like, wait, why is there an A there? What?
Lythander.
Lythander.
Anywho,
And he just does that for a good 15 minutes before he goes back, puts on his shoes, and puts back on his coat, and then sits down at the table and gets everyone what he thinks they'd want.
oh no, but at this point, the orders have been brought to your table.
Oh,
They
okay.
know my order.
And he's just there, just sitting,
And is like
How-
completely at home in the ocean doing coral stuff.
having to smoke. Why is the cat freaking out? Why is the cat freaking?
Kitty!
Simba.
I was trying to do the temperament thing. He's normally really good with it.
Oh, the speed angle?
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys swim for any period of time?
I mean,
30
eventually
minutes?
I'm going to
The next
start
15
like
hours or so.
Do what?
hour or so.
Next
Hours
15
or-
hours or so is what the robot said.
You know.
Granny doesn't have any change of clothes, so just the toes.
Rev has this very
I
distinct
basically took off my top stuff.
wherever he's going in the water.
I piss my cat off too much.
Boston, your notifications come up with 0 matches.
Okay.
Nash, you got a notification that says founder from Spider.
Oh, jeez.
All of a sudden, he's feeling very sweaty in this ice cold ocean.
Are his knees weak?
I don't think this place serves
Mom's
spaghetti. There's no spaghetti.
I mean, if we went to the Olive Garden Red Lobster, there would be spaghetti. Okay.
Lots of sketches.
Are we getting the spaghetti from the Red Lobster, or are we gonna get all you can eat shrimp pasta?
I mean,
Look.
we could both.
Would you rather have spaghetti or shrimp pasta? That's all I have to ask, Tony. Answer the question. This is a serious one.
Nash, you get half, I'll get half. It'll be fine. We switch.
I mean, he would go in for the endless soup and salad. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
But also shrimp pasta sounds pretty dope.
I'm guessing we're not going to end this episode on a strong note. This is just how it is.
No, we can. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we totally can. Sorry.
So we're all like at the food table now.
If you wish, yes.
He has not put back on the shirt. He's just kind of sitting there with the coat on and the shirt, on the chair.
So, Boston. First time I've seen your back or your front. That looks like acid.
The person who I was before Boston died with this. I'm just Boston Jones now. Nothing else. And he'll drink whatever drink he has.
You'll notice
Well,
a
I
distinct.
hope it doesn't give you any trouble.
You'll just notice a distinct metal color coming out from between certain areas of his skin. That is distinctly detached or attached to and seamless, and not seamlessly, but has a seam to between the skin and the metal.
So I'm gonna.
He's more machine.
My response to him is, well, I hope it doesn't give you much trouble. It looks like it was rough, and I know how old injuries can ache.
I died, Ramita.
Like full send. Actual.
I woke up,
So-
I remember bleeding out in an alley. And waking up somewhere else.
So with your name change, you were actually like really reborn.
Something like that.
I'm guessing not in a hospital.
Definitely not.
So I imagine that stuff's not like standard. Does it hurt?
When he breathes, you see the metal actually like rattle a little bit and like slightly like change every time he exhales.
Ramita, I need you to roll a wisdom or history check. Fen, you would automatically know because you passed your check from back when you were at the 11. Oof. So, unfortunately, you have a thought that this looks or something is in your mind, and you're just like, I should know something about this. It's in the back of your mind, but it's not coming to you. But Fen, you would distinctly know that when you were in the Church of the Dark Queen, you with the traveling of dream walking. There was a very distinct alleyway that you saw before you were shot awake by Boston.
I'm gonna look at Boston. It was that one? Because me and Boston are the only ones that remember that dream.
Yes, you guys passed your rolls on that. You're the only two that woke up remembering the dreams that you had.
He'll
Granny
be
has no idea.
just smoking into the zone and just look at you and smile. Every time I close my eyes, I see that.
Sorry to be an aggravator in that moment. Then.
Boston, if it bothers you, we should go see a doctor about it. See if we can get it fixed.
Oh my god.
No.
I'll cover the cost.
It's not a thing about money. I'm here now. For all I know, someone tries to mess with this, it blows up, and everyone around me dies. I don't know what any of this is. Let's just...
You know who did it? We could research, see if they could have
I
done
got a
anything.
name. But, no luck so far.
If you'd like, I can help.
I don't.
Understood. We're here for you, bud.
I'm sure.
We've been through some crap together, so...
He stands up and goes to the pier and continues to smoke. Leaving the jacket now, so that way those that didn't see can now see his variety of tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm sure, just knowing a little... I mean, y'all can... If you think they would know what that means, Gears, you can have people roll history checks, but I don't know. The people that would probably know that would be Nash and Ramita. Probably.
No, I missed what you said. The tattoo?
His series of tattoos on his back.
I actually forgot what they are.
I'll send you a quick
Granny got a
DM.
9, so definitely don't.
I mean, I think it's to do with Lathander, but
I am using an inspiration.
I've already seen them, so if I knew, I would have remembered that.
I mean, Nash Nash has seen them many times. I assume if I get this right, it's something he's known for a little while. I assume there's not a revelation right now. That you son of a... I would like to show that this digital dice is somehow cocked.
It was wonderful.
Take a screenshot.
Screen capture?
The problem is it fades out on D&D Beyond.
Oh, this is true.
But yeah, it was on a line between 2 and 12 and decided to give me a 2.
Oh.
And I'm very
Too
bitter.
late for me to use an inspiration.
I mean, it's up to you whether you use an inspiration or not. I used my only one to increase that from a 1 to a 2. And I'm a little bitter about it.
Why
You increased it from 1 to 2?
That's with 2 to 12. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
That's why I'm bitter, because I rolled a natural 1, I used the inspiration, and it was cocked in between a 2 and a 12, and it gave me the goddamn 2.
I didn't get the 1 first time. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so I got a 2.
I mean, it's cocked. Re-roll it.
It's digital. It's just the visuals that are cocked, apparently, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's how D&D Beyond actually does it. They don't use RNG. The dice rolling around the screen is actually how it does it. It's animated.
Yeah. I'd say, you know what? I'm gonna let it. Wait. What you're rolling for history, or?
I mean, also probably with advantage because Nash also did go to prison. Probably saw some people with similar tattoos.
I'm gonna say, yeah. I mean, you've been with Boston for the last while. Go ahead and do an advantage.
Okay.
Advantage roll.
So, remind me, with inspiration, or if I've already used the inspiration,
you get to roll. Just roll with advantage again.
It's just a third roll. Just one more roll.
Third roll. Here comes a 3. No, actually, it's a 16. Luckily, but it did hover on the 3 for a hot second.
Oh shit!
It was too easy.
Okay. So, Baldric, unless you did an investigation, there's no. Yeah, I don't think you would have figured it out.
Fen knows nothing.
Fen absolutely knows nothing. There's no way Fen would know this. This is a kind of a code. Ramita, you do not have any experience with this. And there's no one you know or have interacted with. If you have in the fighting arena, because you are an underground fighter, you've seen it, but you still don't know what it means. Nash, do you want me to tell you now, or do you want to just have Brett tell you later?
I think that's more a Brett question. I'm fine with either, but
I mean, it'd be a good way to end the episode.
Okay. You know from both your time in prison and out that the marks on his back and when you guys went and got your tattoos that he had, there's a fresh one, a newer mark. They are representations of people he has killed. They're in the shape of flowers now, but prior to actually no, you only know the shape that they are now, and each petal is an individual. And if there is a unknown number of people, like a rough estimate, it is an entire like rose with a questionable number of petals. But when it is a distinct individual, it is like a daisy or something where the petals are very secluded. Or lily, the flowers will change, but that's definitely the marking. It's on a vine that goes down his back.
okay. Yeah, Nash is. I think this is something that they talked about, because that's gonna come up like when they're in prison. That's something that Nash has known for a while.
Yeah, and you definitely know. Like you see the very latest petal, so it's still kind of fresh from your tattooing. Well, it's not really as fresh now. It's been 2 months.
It's been a while.
Wow.
So you're
we get
saying
the
we travel
tattoos-
with a serial killer?
Did we get
before the
tattoos?
pandemic.
We did? Okay.
Prior to quarantine,
The day before.
Yeah. I
basically.
thought
Yeah.
it was like, oh yeah, it was the day before. I was gonna say I thought it was the day of, but then
But you do distinctly remember that in addition to getting like a friend tattoo with everyone else, he also had that updated.
no,
he did not get the
wasn't
friend
it only
tattoo.
Nash and I?
Yeah, he did not get the friend
Not
tattoo.
only Nash and I got it, and Murdoch.
And I should specify that it is a vine going down, and there are several vines that are going out, and only newer ones are flowers. Like, some of these tattoos look at least a decade or two old. But the ones that are specifically flowers are definitely the ones that are done the last 3 years, maybe.
Okay.
With that, I think we'll end that there. Unless there's something else anyone else wants to do. Any other conversations?
I wanted to say something, but I forgot.
The only thing I will say is Nash is gonna type out a response to his message about 3 separate times and delete it. Boy is conflicted for sure.
Does Granny clock this?
Does Fed
I'm gonna say yes. Fen definitely clocks this. And Baldric, you
Gonna be
probably
like-
clock this too.
Nash, you good? You seem off.
I mean, I just it's
The water's cold.
It's a new day, new lots of things. You know, a lot to take in. Little overwhelmed.
Not like you to be overwhelmed with anything that's more neutral. Like you were overwhelmed in the school and at Fenn's place, but this is more up our alley.
I mean, you'd think that, right?
Maybe not like fancy beaches and cafes, but like
At this point, you
Walking
clock a
through.
whole group of like adolescents coming through. They're all wearing booty shorts of some
hey,
sort.
they match you.
I mean,
Some of them are wearing the hover skates that Boston saw earlier.
Oh, he's shirtless, and all these kids are going to see all this really cool but also really scary looking thing, because Scully's flower,
Oh,
the
for
center
sure.
of it is a skull, and then it's like a daisy or like a dandelion surrounding like the skull. That is
For sure,
terrifying.
there's a few that are
Totally.
staring, some that are like, "Oh, that's awesome," and some of them are just not even looking like I
Being very
didn't
pointedly
see
not
that.
to make eye contact.
Mhm, yeah.
Granny's just gonna like look at him and be like, I raised kids, but I still don't get kids. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, I raised a lot of children, but I still don't get emotions. Like, I thought I was being good with Boston, but it seems like I wasn't.
I think it's more complicated than what he can really articulate right now. Plus, there's the very new revelation that there's a whole part of him that he doesn't want shared. Which, to completely his own power, good on him, I suppose. It's very complicated to put into words.
I just want to help. I see you guys as my own kids now. Been with you long enough, and some of my own kids won't even talk to me.
I found that pushing doesn't always get the result you want. Oftentimes, it ends in shoving back and pulling away.
this from experience. You haven't had kids. You're too young.
I haven't, but I know how to act with my own parents.
It's been 200 years plus since I've acted that way, so I don't remember.
Either way,
Kids are complicated.
people are complicated. Kids are just little people.
Kids are just dumber people.
So that.
Can't guarantee
I
that.
think they just have less of a filter. Nash, I'm not done with this. We'll talk about it later. I know there's something up.
I mean, you
I
can...
lean over to Nash. I know lots of places to hide in the house if you need to run.
Bubbles, come here.
Not likely to find you.
I mean, I did get lost in the house, so like, I couldn't even find the kitchen from the room.
You'd probably hide in her room and she'd get lost.
Honestly, yeah, you could probably hide in my room and I wouldn't even notice you. My perception's like not terrible. God damn, my dog.
At this point, Fen, you receive a message from Harad. Mummy says you're home.
Oh shit! He pulled out the money.
Mummy.
Are you my mommy?
Mummy.
Mommy.
I am. And
The reply comes. We need to speak.
Damn.
the bargain.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
And I think this is a point to wrap it up, DM, if I may say so.
I was going to say, but I wasn't sure if Fen was going to respond with anything else. So I think, yes, we're definitely going to respond, or we're going to finish with that at the end. Let's go around, find out what the players think of their characters and their situations, and if they have any insights to what their characters are feeling. Throw out any socials that we have if you guys want to check us out in other areas, and then call it a night. So let's start off with Baldric.
So he is he's gonna have to take some time to deal with this, because this is essentially the second possible lie but big revelation from Boston that like makes him really untrustworthy again.
Oof.
Also,
Wait, what was the first one?
Finding places. When he tried to turn me in.
Oh.
He came clean with both before it bit him in the ass in his defense. It's not a good defense,
yeah.
but in his defense.
What did he say?
He said, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna throw it to that person.
That person is different on each of our fucking screens.
That would be darkness, looks like.
And on stream, it literally is no one.
It's a fucking wall.
Oh, I was okay.
That's
I was
darkness.
trying to go
There's
back and
darkness.
forth. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I am darkness, and I really want to be more present and do more stuff, but I'm currently guilted into I can't sit on my butt at all. So I haven't been working on trying to get my camera working. But hello, Darkness Mayo. I had to think about my tag.
Oof.
If I do end up streaming anything, it'd probably be I am doing a melee build in New Vegas, which is a lot of fun.
Nice. I gotta play New Vegas again.
Granny is just like doesn't know what the hell's going on, like always, but even more so, like she can tell that something's up with Nash. She can tell something's up with Boston. She's like, this city's bad for everyone. Like, we need to get the heck out of here.
Every time we go to a new city, they say that though.
Very
I was gonna
true.
say, Ramita is just like, let's get out of this location. Let's get out of this. Let's keep running from our problems.
Run from
Granny
home.
just wants to
Fine.
take everyone home, sit them down at a nice dinner table, and make sure they feel loved.
Oh,
That's what she wants to do with these guys. She just wants to adopt them all. They're her kids now. So she wants to make them feel at home and comfy and all that. But so seeing them all uncomfortable and stuff just makes her kind of sad. So,
and super comfy.
like, this is now her family. Well, Fenn's comfy, but also you can tell Fenn's kind of uncomfy because the dad and the
That's a
siblings.
whole other issue.
Yeah. So Granny's just wanting all the problems to be fixed. Is really what it's at. And speaking of Fenrana, I'm gonna pass the ball to Blood.
Hello. I got to play in the ocean, yay! Finn liked the ocean, yay! Anyway,
Yay.
Yay.
no, I think it's finally hitting Finn that, like, all of their friends feel very uncomfy in their hometown, and they don't know what to do about it. So, you know, taking them to, like, the place that Fenn loves was, like, step one, and then, you know, apparently dark revelations have come about in the place that Fenn loves, and so it's fun, it's fine, it's fine. This is fine.
Dark revelations have come about in the place that Ben loves. It's a glorious sentence.
It is.
I feel like that should be the actual description of this episode, not the one that we have.
That's my band name.
I mean, Boston's already been through that. So
I checked with you guys before I wrote that description, and then
No,
we immediately
no.
veered left. But also,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
But also,
Things
I think
happen.
we can rename it too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That requires work.
edit the name. I don't
As
think
the
I have a
truth comes
YouTube channel.
But yeah, otherly wise, kinda dreading what Harad wants. Cause like, I did what he wanted me to do. What the fuck else does he want? Why does he want to talk to me?
Can you imagine your brother wanting to talk to you? Ew.
You.
Yeah, but he's just like my father. He's the one that followed Daddy's footsteps.
Or he used to.
I'm
By the
sure
way.
he still does.
I mean, that was his focus during school. Like,
Well.
it's his whole persona is being Dad 2.0, except a little
His
worse.
whole persona?
Yes.
Ew.
Mm,
I'm just kidding.
a daddy
But
persona.
Granny is like
But yeah,
100% about being like parents' carbon copy. Just a heads up to everyone.
Anyway, but yeah, other than that, I am Bloodless King. I am a VTuber on Twitch. That was
I
really
could
wet.
hear that.
Someone pouring their
We
drink.
all heard that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, not at all.
Just like in my ear wet.
It
Ew.
was, yeah.
I didn't think it'd be that loud.
It's right next
was-
to your mic.
It was like an aquarium filter, like
Oh,
Here,
that
I'll
was
put it
beyond. That was like pissing in the toilet.
Where are we gonna put it?
Bloodless King.
Why do I have subscription?
I have VTuber on Twitch every once in a while, probably like once a week, maybe.
yeah, when I bully them into it Tuesdays.
Yeah. Pretty much. Though this week it's probably gonna be tomorrow. Because I didn't do it Tuesday because Icky Feelies. Anyway.
Speaking of, Brett, you and I, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
What are you doing tomorrow? Can I join you?
No idea.
Anyways.
Okay. Yay.
Rev felt left out, so
we playing?
Don't know.
Cool.
TBD.
Hey, when are people gonna play like freaking? I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I need to
Were
play
you
games with
missing
you
it on
guys.
now and then.
I miss playing games with you guys.
See,
Aw.
the only problem is now I don't know which person to pick because two of them have come up in my fucking thing. Let's go with the water boy.
Tony.
Is it supposed to be me?
The water boy is actually to your left.
He's down below me on my Discord.
Yeah, not on mine.
Water.
He's
Anyway.
Same for mine.
Hi, my name is Tony. We are meeting for the first time. You can find me online on TikTok at Tony Will Edit, or if you're awful, Tony Willed It.
Willed it.
This is his 47th time doing it for the first time.
Hi, we are meeting again for the first time. To fulfill my merit badge tonight,
Feels
I would
the
like to tell you
first time.
the feelings,
Don't do it to me, Tony. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Tony, please.
the feelings of Nashville,
No,
Finnegan
do it.
Thompson. And I would like you to know that Nash has fulfilled the anxiety merit badge for today. Also, the
Losing it over
excited
there.
about swimming merit badge today. And the outside water is as cold as the inside right now. So that is all interesting that has happened today. Thank you for listening to the merit badge discourse today.
All of the badges have been
That was
awarded.
10 toilet
to
clippings
Nash,
out of 10.
But we have also received the Broody Team badge, and it is surprisingly going to Boston today.
Thank
I'm
you.
so lost. I have just.
Oh,
Oh my god. It's
Don't worry about it, Gears.
Can
It's
I help
fine.
you
You don't have
across
to.
the street?
That's an up reference for those who,
That's,
you know.
that I got. That one I got.
This originally
I
did
understood that
start.
reference.
This originally did start as an up reference. For the record, that was my original
Okay.
goal.
Okay. Anyways, so what is Nash feeling besides wet?
kind of cold.
No, Nash.
Damn.
Like I said, Nash has fulfilled his anxiety merit badge for the day. So Nash is feeling anxious. Nash is also he is terrified. He's like, that's what I was getting at with cold on the inside too. You know that like ice you get in your gut when you've got like a thing that you're super like not sure what to do with. Or maybe that's just me.
Twisted knots in your stomach, butterflies, like the whole like, oh, this is bad. I don't know if I want to cry or pee myself.
Butterflies has a different connotation, but yes. Absolutely. I don't know if I want to cry or pee myself. Yeah. So really it's that he's momentarily forgotten about being frustrated at this city state. And is currently full of gelato. As he tried, they had like 200 flavors, and I think he got through about 50 of them.
That's a lot of ice cream. That's a lot of anything. Get 50 bites of anything. Like, you good, dude? Like,
And then he got a full gelato. Like he got
Yeah.
a full
He got a
size
full bowl.
on top of that. So he has a lot of gelato in him right now.
and you just went swimming. You didn't wait the 30
just went-
minutes before you're going swimming, you fool!
To be fair, it probably took at
probably
least
about 30
15,
minutes.
20, 30 minutes to get down to the beach. So, like,
We all got cramps.
Busted. Nash likes to live
roll
dangerously.
Constitution.
Ben was swimming with fish. Fishy, fishy.
So I forget who we have left at this point. I had an idea of it.
Just the man you were bullying.
Just the man you were
Boston.
talking to.
Just
Ah,
Brett.
sucker. It's your turn.
And Gears.
That's
Um,
true.
Wait, did
Boston.
I'm always last.
I don't remember our robot going? Robot.
I went first.
He went first. He always goes
Oh
first.
yeah.
you
That's
go.
why you don't
I
remember
don't
it.
always go first.
You normally do.
Anyways,
Sorry, I'm spamming you guys.
No, you're
damn.
similar to Nash. He does feel Boston feels cold, but that might be his iron lung just taking in all that ice water that just pelted him in the chest. That's not feeling it too well.
Oh, it's absolutely freezing. After you throw all that cold water on you and then
Mhm.
just sitting without a shirt, yeah.
That's fine.
Fenn's like wrapped himself back up with like their overcloak stuff.
That's fine. Doesn't hurt as much as when it happened. And right now,
Emo boy.
that a little bit.
Emo boy.
But when Baldric asked, "Is that how you got your name?" When he said no, he didn't. That wasn't meant to come out, but he does not care. He's glad that he actually said it. Because if he found someone else who's using the same alias as him, how long is it going to take for someone to recognize his face and realize you're not Boston Jones isn't you? But it is. It is to him. The person he was is dead. And either they're going to accept him for that, or they're going to tell him to leave, and he will. There's no real middle ground at the moment. He said his piece. Now he just has to wait for the smoke to settle. My name is just Brett.
What? I thought it was Boston Jones. You've been lying to me this whole time.
How many times are you going to change your name?
At least 3 more. 1 for each T. Which you can find on Twitch. I stream every day except for Sunday and Monday. Typically, I don't stream. Tomorrow, I'll be starting a new playthrough of the game Lies of P, which I'm very excited for.
Does it involve asparagus?
I would have pronounced that pie.
It's about Pinocchio. You're playing a Bloodborne game, like some soft game, but you're playing as Pinocchio beating other creepy puppets.
Or also,
I would actually
telling
try
the truth.
playing that.
Yes, and you can decide whether or not to tell the truth or lie. Telling the truth become more of a real boy. If you lie, you become a doll.
I wanted to play that game. That's
come
a
to
cool
my
game.
Come to my stream
And no matter
tomorrow.
how you play, you make darkness cry.
Because that's a steampunk themed game, isn't it?
mhm.
Yeah, it's so cool. It looks so great.
You should definitely come and watch my stream tomorrow. It'll be at like 9 a.m. Central Time, or 10 a.m. East Coast Time, or 7 a.m. Pacific Time, and then Mountain Time. I don't know mountains.
I'm only an hour behind you, bro.
I don't know anything about
You
mountains.
screwed all of that up, but keep going.
I definitely did, and that's fine. I'm tired. Gears, you're up.
I am Gearsparks. I came up with this world and they're just lost in it. Like it's cool. It's fine. We'll continue to unveil secrets and private things as long as it's interesting. So I'm not doing much right now. I'm dealing with life issues, so I'm not even going to go pretend that I'm doing anything social. So anywho, we'll be back next week to see what happens next, as they perhaps either do more investigating or just return to Fenn's home and have dinner and, find out what that meet the rest of the fam, or at least part of it.
Wait, is it the rest of the is my father home?
We'll see you next week. Have a good night, and we will, until next time, don't break character.
Break him.
I will.
Bye.